So this is our array in Java part 2, that is ICSE Java tutorial series. So in this series we are going to discuss Java programming, especially in arrays. So in the previous that is part 1, I discussed the basics of arrays, and in this I'm going to share something where how we can provide an input in using an array in a Java program and how to print it. So let's move to the program. So here we are opening this BlueJ. Okay, this is Java's IDE where we can develop Java program. So this time I've already made a Java program for you with the name input array. So I'm just going to explain you quickly how really we have made it and how really it works. So this is the source code, and like you already know, we have imported a package called java.io.star where we will be using the classes which are there in the IO package, especially for providing input buffer reader and input stream reader. Alright, then I have made a class with the name input array. Fine, and within that class I have this main method. You are well aware of this, that is public static void main string args, then throws IO exception. I have mentioned this because you know that while providing input or doing input output operation, it might throw an exception object which need to be handled. So this is the way how we can do this. I think you are all aware of this. Okay, so now we are beginning with the main method. Okay, and here I have the statement buffer reader br equals to new buffer reader within bracket new stream input stream reader system dot in. Again, you are aware of this. This is the way how we provide an input through the console. Okay, where the two classes are involved, buffer reader and input stream reader, they both belongs to IO package. That is why we have imported this package. So once the package has been imported, these classes are available to us. Alright, now once we have created this object with the name br or buffer reader that we will be using for taking input. Fine, now have a look at this. This is the way how we create an array. In the last program or a series part 1 I discussed with you. So here I have made an array with the name of string type, and new is a keyword, and here is the size of an array, that means 5, means I can store 5 element in it. Okay, now there's a method called length. With the help of length I'm counting the length of that array. So name of the array is simply the name dot length will give me the length of that array, which will store in a variable called length. So in this case obviously it should be 5 because I have 5 element in it. So I have just counted the length of that array and stored in the variable called length. So now we will not be using 5 but we will be using the name called len here. Okay, you can name any. Now this is something we are printing on the screen. The length of that array is length. So how much it is going to print? It is going to print 5 because I have 5 element in that array which I have just created. So I think that is quite easy. Now moving to the input part of it, where I have declared an again a variable with the name I. It can be any other name, and have initialized with the value 0. Now you know, for multiple input it would be always better to use for loop. So here we are using this for loop, has been again initialized with the value 0, and it is running till less than length. Now this is interesting, less than length. Now what is the value of length? From here we have got the length, that is 5, but this is going to run till less than length, means it will run till 4 only because it is less than length. So it will start from 0 and will run till 4. So if you count, it is running with the value of I, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In all again it is 5. I think I discussed with you, index number always begin with 0 and ends with 1 less than length, because length is 5 and the counting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But index number always begin with 0. So when we are dealing with an array, always remember that we will go one less than length, that is 0 to 4. 0 to 4 is again 5. Okay, so you can't put equal here. If you will put equal here, you know what will happen? It will go to the fifth index also, which is not there, because index are only 0 to 4, not 5. So this you have to keep in your mind. Now with I plus plus to increment, now br dot read line, you know that the br dot read line, br is an object of buffer reader which is taking input through console using readline method and assigning the value to I. The I is initially it is 0, so the first run value name I is actually name 0, so that will give the first input to name 0, then name 1, name 2, name 3 and name 4, because there is no 5, I told you right now. So it will take 5 input and it will go to name 0, name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4. Then this loop will end because the condition has been satisfied. So by the way, what happened, we have run this loop 5 times and store names in that array with 0 to 4. Now we are going to print it. So same way we have used this for loop again with 0 and less than length and I plus plus, I think you are well aware of. Now we are printing. Now system.out.print, and what I have put inside double inverted comma will be printed as it is. Name stored in, then plus I. I is what? The value of I, that is 0. 0 index. So name stored in at the first run 0 index plus I plus 1 means 0 plus 1 is 1. One element means name stored in 0 index, one element, and the first element is name 0, whatever name we will provide. Then in the second run, it will be name stored in one index, two element, a second element is second name, and so on. So let's see its output. Okay, I have already compiled it and you can see there is no error, so we will close it and we will now run it and see how it gives us the output. So it is asking for input. As you can see, length of this array, it is already shown as 5. Okay, that was the statement before the input, so that is there. Fine. Now it is asking for input. Let's say I'm giving the input, let's say 5 names. So let's say Amit, then let's say Sumit, then let's say Ajay, let's say Vijay, and then say Sunil or whatever. Have a look at this. So it is clearly shown that length of the array is 5 because our array was of length 5. And then these are the input, and look at the output. Name stored in 0 index, I told you. Just you can match with the program. 0 index, first element or the one element is Amit, and then first index, second element Sumit, second index, third element Ajay, and then so on. So this is quite simple. You can always take the screenshot of that program. Okay, and here you can see index number is running one behind the element. So index are from 0 to 4, whereas the element are from 1 to 5. I think that is good enough. I think you must have understood at least something how to work with arrays, provide an input and print the output. Okay, thank you very much.